Across Western Europe, a silent army toils away. Eastern European migrants, often overlooked, form the backbone of many industries. Drawn by the promise of a better life, they leave their homes and families to find work in the West. But their journeys are fraught with hardship, exploitation, and a constant struggle for dignity. From agricultural fields to factory floors, their presence is indispensable, yet their contributions often go unnoticed, their voices unheard. They endure grueling work, long hours, and often exploitative conditions, all in the hope of sending money home and building a better future. Their stories must be told, their sacrifices recognized, and their rights protected. The European Union boasts a single market, promising free movement of people and goods. But a stark reality underpins this ideal. A wage curtain divides the continent. Eastern European nations, despite joining the EU, still lag behind their Western counterparts in terms of wages and living standards. This economic disparity fuels a steady flow of migration, a search for better opportunities, and a chance to escape poverty. For many in countries like Romania, Bulgaria, and Poland, the allure of higher wages in the West is irresistible. Western employers, faced with labor shortages in certain sectors, turn to migrant workers, often willing to accept lower wages and poorer conditions than their local counterparts. This creates a vicious cycle where migrants desperate for work are trapped in a system that undervalues their labor and perpetuates their precarious situation. The reality of life as a migrant worker in Western Europe is often harsh, a stark contrast to the dreams that fueled their journeys. Long hours, grueling work, and inadequate living conditions are commonplace. Employers, aware of the vulnerability of their migrant workforce, may cut corners, push for excessive overtime, and fail to provide adequate safety measures. Language barriers and a lack of awareness about their rights leave many migrants susceptible to exploitation, their voices silenced by fear of losing their jobs and their ability to support their families. Beyond the physical challenges, the emotional toll of migration weighs heavily on these workers. Loneliness, anxiety, and depression are common struggles, often exacerbated by the lack of support systems and the constant pressure to keep going. Section 4. Faces of Resilience, Personal Stories of Sacrifice. Meet Katarzyna, a young Polish woman who left her 2 young children with her mother to work as a cleaner in London. She sends most of her earnings back home, sacrificing her own comfort and well-being to provide for her family. Then there's Andrei, a Romanian construction worker in Berlin. He works tirelessly on a construction site, his body aching, his hands calloused. These are just 2 stories among thousands, each one a testament to the resilience, determination, and love that fuel these migrations. Their stories are a powerful reminder of the human cost of economic disparities and the urgent need for fairer systems that value their contributions. Section 5. Trapped in the system, the paradox of choice. A cruel paradox defines the lives of many migrant workers. They often choose to work longer hours, even in exploitative conditions, to maximize their earnings. Driven by the desire to provide for their families and make the most of their time abroad, they prioritize income over rest, personal time, and even their own well-being. Employers, aware of this willingness to work excessive hours, may feel little pressure to improve conditions or offer better wages. The steady flow of migrants seeking work reinforces this exploitative system, trapping workers in a cycle of long hours, low pay, and precarious living conditions. The irony is that many end up returning to their home countries for medical treatment, relying on the very systems they left behind, further highlighting the complex interplay between migration, exploitation, and the long-term consequences for individuals and healthcare systems. Section 6. A call for change, recognizing humanity, demanding fairness. The plight of Eastern European migrant workers in Western Europe is a stark reminder of the inequalities that persist within the EU. While the free movement of labor brings economic benefits, it cannot come at the expense of human dignity and worker rights. Governments, businesses, and individuals all have a role to play in creating a fairer system. Strengthening labor laws, enforcing existing regulations, and holding exploitative employers accountable are crucial steps. Providing language support, access to legal advice, and promoting awareness of worker rights can empower migrants to protect themselves and demand fair treatment. It's time to bridge the gap between Western Europe's prosperity and the hidden workforce that helps sustain it, to create a system that values their contributions, protects their rights, and recognizes their inherent humanity.